Well, a new chapter is underway at Australian Rugby with the first Wallabies squad of 2024 named for the upcoming tests against Wales and Georgia. In the 38-man squad includes plenty of veterans, including Kurtley Beale and the experience of James Slipper and Nick White. There are 13 uncapped players, no room for the NRL converts Carter Gordon and Mark Nawaqanitawase. Let's bring in Wallabies coach Joe Schmidt now. Joe, good morning to you. You've been in the job since January. Of course, this is your first Wallabies squad. Was it a panel decision or predominantly your choice?
In any experience I've had in these sorts of jobs, it's always a panel decision. There are experts in the coaching panel that know more about the specific positions that we need the expertise delivered from players. So you rely heavily on the overall coaching group to make decisions.
Joe, only 14 players named in the squad that were in the Rugby World Cup squad last year. It looks like you're taking it in a new direction. Is that how you see it?
It's funny, I didn't realise there were only 14 from the World Cup squad. It's really just that we've tried to pick on form in Super Rugby and also try to pick those guys who've committed to Australia and we're trying to commit to them.
Joe, with 13 uncapped players in the team, was it a conscious decision to pick a new team or a different team for this series?
No, not at all. As I said, it was really just about picking on form and a little bit on potential. I know people might be a little bit concerned about how raw some of the players are in the group, but we've got to start as soon as we can to try to bring them up to speed, to introduce them to international rugby, and it will be tough going out against Wales. I thought they were very good in the first half, the way they fought back against South Africa last night, and what was a very, very long game to watch with the amount of interventions from match officials.
Joe, very much looking forward to what you bring to this team with an exciting squad. There's one name that kind of stands out though, Alex Hodgman, because he's played for the All Blacks as well. So, you know, that's something that you don't see across many sports. Can you, for the casuals fans, just explain how that can happen and also what he brings to the squad?
Yeah, Alex potentially could be the fourth man to play for both the Wallabies and the All Blacks. He is Australian eligible through his father, and while he played one game for the All Blacks, if there's a 3-year hiatus between him playing for an international side, he can have a one change only, as long as he has the genealogy to connect to another country, and so that's what's happened in Alex's case.
There are a few notable omissions, mostly the players that have NRL contracts, Carter Gordon and Mark Nawaqanitawase. Can you talk us through the decision-making behind leaving them out?
Yeah, I think we left out Corey Toole as well, because there's a pinnacle event coming up at the end of this month, or next month, with the Olympics starting at the end of July for the Sevens, and so Mark is in the reckoning for that, just like Corey Toole and Carter. We've got 3 really good young first fives who we want to invest the time in because we know they're going to be here next year, and so you get some sort of payback on that investment. I think if you make an investment in a player and you're trying to make progress, and they're heading elsewhere, then I think it just truncates your opportunity to make the most of their abilities.
Joe, we know the levels of disappointment off the Wallabies World Cup performance last year. What will you be bringing to this side that fans can look forward to?
Yeah, I'm sure there's scar tissue externally. There certainly is internally, and I think all we can do is just take step forwards. And what I can most guarantee people is that we'll be working hard and behind the scenes, and they'll work hard for those 80 minutes when they get out there, because that's one of the things we're going to try to hang our hat on. You know, it doesn't take a whole lot of talent to work hard. It just takes a real commitment to the cause and a commitment to the Wallaby jumper, and there are some really good characters in amongst the group who will drive those behaviours.
You play Wales twice this series. Are the team looking for some payback after what happened at the World Cup?
Not at all, really. As you mentioned, there's not that many of them who are back from the World Cup. And the World Cup, 40 points to 6. Of course, we're looking to improve on that and to turn that result around. But I think all we can do is look forward to what we can do Saturday week. And, I'm excited about getting started with our first training tomorrow.
Joe, thank you so much for joining us on Wide World of Sports, and all the very best.
Thanks, Roz. Thank you.
International rugby season, it begins on July 6 for the Wallabies when they face Wales. That's Saturday 6th of July from 7 p.m, live and free on 9Gem, or you can watch it ad-free on Stan Sport.